Platform 9 3/4 this way. Hi guys, welcome to another pick a card reading with me, Abby. As you guys will already be aware, today's pick a card is themed on Harry Potter because seriously guys, who doesn't love Harry Potter? So for all you know is that today's message is a mystery and that remains true for now. However, when we get into the picker pile, you will have 4 trunks to choose from, and it's going to test your intuition because you will not know of your pick a card topic until after you've picked your pile. And yes, there are 4 different questions we are asking Spirit today, so each pile is going to be unique. I'm also taking you on a small journey today, so before we get into the piles, I have an extra message for you, some added entertainment. I had a lot of fun making this reading today, and I'll admit it did take me a little longer than any pick a pile I have done yet with the visuals, so I do hope you enjoy. And just to let you know, the train is about to depart, so stay with me for your extra message that's coming up first. All aboard the Hogwarts Express. Anything off the trolley, dears? Dear student, please pause the video and click on the timestamp that correlates to your chosen pile. You will find your timestamp in the description box as well as the comment section. Hoping you are well, Abby. Reveal your secrets. Hello, my pile ones. You chose Gryffindor. So, as you would have known from opening your suitcase, the question that we are asking today: what area of your life do you need courage in? What part of your life are you needing to have that strength and that courage? We have some tarot and oracle. I'm going to get into the tarot first. We have the 6 of Cups. We have the Devil. We have the 2 of Swords. And we have the Ace of Swords. Your oracle, TikTok, with the number 30, breaks down to a 3. Building blocks, number 28, breaks down to a 10, well, 1. Healing chaos and freedom. Now, we also have clarifiers for those 4 tarot cards. We'll get into those as we go along. The card I want to start off with is the Devil. I feel like this is the main energy. I feel like there is a lot of perhaps chaos that's been going on in your life of recent, currently. And this is what you guys are needing courage in right now to move away from. So the devil, of course, talks about toxic energies, toxic people, scenarios, situations that just don't serve you. They aren't for your highest good. You know, this can be even unhelpful behaviors or like addictions and things like that. It can be a whole number of things, but it's basically anything that is not serving your highest good, right? And like I said, this can be, you know, self-inflicted, but this can also be outer scenarios and people as well in your current circle and energy field. So now underneath the devil, woohoo, we have the death card. So this is transformation. This is an ending to this devil energy. And this is what you guys are needing the courage right now to do, to break free from the chains of the devil, right? Now, we don't have the chains depicted on this card, but in the Rider-Waite, the devil is there, and of course, you know, you've got two people chained up, but the chain is really loose around their necks and they can easily remove it, thus freeing themselves from the energy and the devil himself. So that is what you guys have the ability to do. You just might need some courage in doing that. And this reading may help to really, you know, push you in that direction, which I hope it does. So what I want to say here too, now, you guys may be at a bit of an indecision. There may be some indecision right now, or you may be at an impasse, perhaps not wanting to make a choice in doing anything about your situation right now. And what I feel is making you feel and think that way is the clarify here we have with the Five of Wands. So there could be some conflict going on right now in your life in terms of other people and their opinions, or, you know, perhaps the people you're dealing with right now, people in your current close surroundings, not getting along. And all of this is creating this chaos that we need to heal from, right? Because we have the healing chaos. Now, what I feel is going to help you really move on from all of this, to get into that devil and death card energy, to move away from the devil energy, and, you know, to start that transition process of moving into happier times, is this Six of Cups card here. So I feel like, I mean, there's a couple of scenarios here. You know, this could just be some advice for some of you to tap back into your inner child. You know, sort of like it's that scenario of go to your happy place. You know, when things get tough, go to your happy place. So this could be you may be reminiscing about childhood memories, something that made you happy, something, or just remembering that innocence that you had as a child and how you felt, you know, how we didn't have any worries or concerns, you know, we're just happy and free. Of course, we have the freedom card here. And I feel like that's really what you're aiming towards, or you should be aiming towards, but it's having that courage to tap back into that energy and let yourself fly free again from these chains of the devil, right? And with the star energy here, you know, the star talks about wish fulfillment. So, you know, well, there is another scenario. I'll talk about that in a moment, but this can also be, you know, hope and faith and things like that. So perhaps by tapping into some of that energy, you know, it's giving you that courage, right? I'm just going to say it again, courage to move forward and to break free from this devil energy, this toxic scenario that you may find yourself in. Again, whatever this is for you in terms of the devil, right? Because everybody's situation is going to be different. But it's sort of giving you that faith in freedom, that faith in finding happiness again and moving out of this energy that's not serving. But the star is also, like I said, wish fulfillment and things, right? So for some of you, another scenario is you might be revisiting some things that you, dreams that you had as a child in the past. Maybe that's helping you move forward out of this scenario. Maybe you're focusing on some wishes and dreams and goals that you had as a child. And just remembering your true self, your again, that innocence, that purity, right? And I think it's funny with the Six of Cups here, because we have the Punch and Judy, right? And again, we've got the Devil represented here again. But, you know, and Punch and Judy, of course, that was the whole thing, was they got into fights and arguments, again, sort of representing this Five of Wands energy. And, you know, yes, it did go to physical, you know, actions. They were literally punching each other. That's the point of Punch and Judy. But, you know, it was entertainment for kids. And the kids laughed and found it funny, right? So again, it's also that change, like I said, that change in perspective. Sort of looking at your situation perhaps through childlike eyes is going to help you guys have that courage to move forward. Sort of seeing your current situation perhaps like a bit of a play in front of your eyes. You know, sometimes we need to step out of the box. Sometimes we need to harness, you know, a sort of, not innocent bystander, but just take on another perspective. Sometimes we need to think outside of like the box, right? Literally that little play box that they have there. With this Five of Wands energy, yeah, I mean, you know, there just could be a situation where maybe there's a lot of people in your life that are causing confusion and misunderstandings. You know, there's a bit of a battle going on with the people that are around you and the scenarios that are going on around you. You may be clashing with other people. People are clashing with you. They're clashing with themselves. Like there's just this energy of, well, chaos, right? And also too, when we're in this energy, it makes it really hard for us to think clearly. Again, that's why I think we have that as the clarifier for that Two of Swords, right? Because it's hard for us to see what we really think and feel and to know how to move forward. And so sometimes, like I said, we've got to remove ourselves from that scenario in order to figure out what we really want or how to proceed forward and to make that decision, right? Because the Two of Swords, you know, is a lot about indecision. But there is a decision that has to be made, right? There's a decision needing to be made here. And that decision, you know, I feel is based upon your happiness. But it's you taking on that courage to get out of this energy that's not serving you right now, the situations, the people that are not serving your highest good right now. And with this TikTok card, I mean, I do feel like that has a lot to do with this, you know, going back in time kind of scenario. And perhaps you may feel a bit like that too. You know, I wish I could turn back the clock, which of course, you know, we know isn't possible. The only way, of course, is to move forward. But know that you guys have the ability to do that. And we have that promise of that change happening here with 4 cards. Well, actually 5, because we have the Ace of Swords here, right? The Ace of Swords is about new beginnings, new energy coming in, a shift in energy for you guys, new ideas. This can be, you know, even downloads from spirit, right? Maybe spirit's, you know, giving you ideas, new ideas again of how to improve, how to change things up. You know, how to, it's opportunities, new opportunities as well, right? But it's clarified here by the Page of Swords too. And the pages are all about that planning stages, right? So once you figure out I feel like once you remove yourself from this energy, and maybe you've not fully removed yourself from this devil situation yet, but removing yourself from the conflict, removing yourself from the opinions of others right now, taking that moment to sit with yourself. And, you know, again, you might want to reminisce that may help you. Tapping into your inner child may really help you moving forward. That's going to allow you to gain clarity. And that clarity is going to help you to make the decisions that you need to make in moving forward. Yeah. And so with the Page of Swords, you know, again, like I said, you know, this is someone who's in that planning stages. They're thinking about the future. They're thinking about, how can I make my dreams happen? How can I start this new project? How can I change my situation? Whatever it is, but they're planning. They're thinking about the stages, the steps needed to take. And this is also where this courage is going to come from. So I feel like Spirit is really going to help bring this energy in for you. Because if you feel like you don't have that courage right now, I feel like Spirit's helping bring that in. And it's interesting too, because in one of the other piles I had I think it was Ravenclaw, I had the Tower card, and I was telling them, and I say this in a lot of my readings, there's a difference between the Tower and the Death card. For me, in the sense of, I feel like the Tower is the universe sort of, or outer forces sort of stepping in and ending situations for us that are not serving us, because we can't see a way out. We can't, not necessarily mean it like that, but we can't find a way to break free on our own. So there's assistance needed, right? Whereas with the Death card, I feel like for me it's more about, you know, you actually taking that step and taking that action yourself, which is great, right? So this tells me that, you know, for some of you, you know, this Ace of Swords may be about that courage coming through for you from outer sources, maybe, yes, from Spirit, maybe from the universe. And all of a sudden you're going to get that strength, that courage needed in order to be that Death card and put an end to this devil energy, right? Does that make sense? Thus, you know, creating that transformation that's going to lead you into this freedom. We have the Freedom card here, and the healing of the chaos. Now we also have building blocks. So once this devil energy is gone, you've taken this leap of faith, this courage, right? You've gotten on this path. You've put an end to this devil energy. This allows you now to start building new, right? To start from the ground up again. And build something stable for yourself. Something that makes you happy, something that you want, something that, you know, and I'm looking at it too. And it's funny because the previous pile I was talking about the Three of Pentacles, right? Which is, it's essentially a similar card in that it's talking about, you know, building foundations and things, right? But with the Three of Pentacles, we talk about a group of people, whereas here you see just one person. So I feel like this courage that you're going to be taking on, and the things that you're going to be removing from your life that aren't serving you anymore, is really going to allow you to really feel like you're standing strong. I'm just seeing this person here like standing strong. And that's, you know, you're going to be able to start building something really stable for yourself that you can stand proud on, kind of almost like a pedestal. It's like you're building your own pedestal, right? You know, and with this Healing Chaos card, yeah, I mean, you know, you've got the tornado, and what do tornadoes do? You know, they wipe things out. they, you know, stuff gets whirled around in their, I don't know what you call it. I'm not a science, not very good with a lot of sciencey stuff, but you know what I mean, right? It, they pick up stuff, and it actually, the Healing Chaos card, and the tornado scenario does make me think of, the Wizard of Oz, You know how she got picked up in the tornado in the house, and then the house was put down elsewhere, right? Relocation. It might be relocation for some of you if this is what you're heading towards, if that's one of your dreams. But it's like you're doing that for yourself. You know, you're going, okay, this doesn't suit me anymore. This doesn't serve me anymore. I'm getting rid of it. And the butterflies there, that signifier of, you know, the beauty that you're coming into, of what's being left, is the stuff that does serve you, the things that you want to keep, of the things that are working for you, that are right for you, the things that you are happy with. And then this makes me think too that because and butterflies are transformation as well, right? They're a sign of transformation. So again, that going back to the death card. But I feel like too, this could be a signifier too of spirit around you, right? That's just helping you heal this chaos, which I talked about, bringing in this Ace of Swords energy for you so that you can have that courage to move forward. But also too, could be clearing the path for new opportunities, again with that Ace of Swords, or new projects, or something new that you might be working on that's going to allow you to build upon and create something, you know, for your future, right? Something stable. Because again, we have this planning as well. And again, that works with the building blocks, you know. If you think about, for instance, when we play with Lego, you know, all the blocks kind of look the same or very similar, right? We don't really know what we're going to build until we build it. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, look what I built, you know. And it's that energy, right? But with the Freedom card here, you know, you guys are getting ready to fly free. You know, breaking free from those devil chains. Breaking free from what doesn't work for you. It may feel like a bit of a tornado, right? But what you're left with at the end is so much more beautiful and in alignment with who you are. And this makes me think of, seeing as we are doing Harry Potter theme, of in Harry Potter how Hedwig was making a lot of noise, and Harry was getting in trouble about it, and Harry said, you know, if I could just let her out for like an hour, she's bored, you know, and of course she would be. She's locked up in that cage. And, you know, perhaps that's how you've been feeling. But you're about to have your moment of being able to fly free, of release, that feeling of freedom, that childlike feeling of happiness and freedom, innocence, purity. Sometimes I feel like the TikTok too can be like divine timing a little bit. So perhaps divine timing is at play. But I also do feel like with the hands sort of there as well, it's like, I mean, you've got these two hands, right? It's almost like they're trying to hang on to time, but it's flying away from them. Maybe you felt a little bit like you've been running out of time. Maybe you feel like there's not enough time to do what needs to be done here. Or maybe you've given up a little bit for some of you. I feel like maybe the energy is, you know, there's no way out. Time's up. I'm done. This is done. But it's not. It is not. And you guys are going to find that courage within you to break free from all of this. You will find the courage. Spirit, the universe has your back right now. And you're coming out of this devil scenario. So this is where you're going to need to have courage, guys. This is the next phase. And that courage is leading you into brand new, beautiful energy. Everything fresh. Your freedom, you know, childlike happiness, building those blocks up, right, for your future. And for some of you with the star card here, you know, going for your dreams and wishes. Wish fulfillment, right? Fantastic. This was your reading, Pile 1, My Gryffindors. I hope you enjoyed. If you did like this reading, please let me know down in the comments if you want to say anything about it. Leave a lion or something, or maybe even a cat down in the description box so I know that this was your pile. And other than that, please like and subscribe if you did enjoy my channel, my energy. I would really appreciate it if if you are a returning subscriber. Thank you so much for coming back. Love having you a part of the fam. And take care, guys. Blessed be. I will see you on the next reading. Bye. Reveal your secrets. Hello, pile number 2. So if you picked this pile, you're probably well aware now that you have chosen Ravenclaw. So hopefully that worked out with you guys picking your pile based on intuition. So either you know that you're a Ravenclaw, or the question at hand, which is what lessons are you learning right now, has significance for you right now, and is a message that you need to hear. Now, you guys did get some extra tarot here because I did need to clarify some things just to make sure that I'm bringing you the right messages. So today's reading is based on relationships, is the main energy that I am seeing here. So I just want to let you know that if you feel that this doesn't resonate with you, you may want to pick another pile, because I do feel like there really isn't any other messages. I feel like this is mainly relationship based. So again, if you don't resonate with that, please don't hesitate to pick another pile. But if this does resonate thus far with you, then stick around because here we go. So for your tarot, we have the Tower, we have the Hierophant, the Four of Wands, and the Fool. In your Oracle, we've got New Might with Healer, your hard work is paying off, New Moon in Capricorn, Morganite, relationship healing, and then Be Bold and Make the First Move with the Cardinal Moon. So now I had to clarify your tarot, and with the Tower, we got the clarifier of the Four of Pentacles. With the Hierophant, we got the clarifier of the Page of Pentacles. With the Four of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Fool, the Devil. So, your lesson that you guys are learning right now, I'm going to start off here with the Tower and the Four of Pentacles. Now, like I said, guys, this does seem relationship based in terms of energy and what the cards are showing us today. So what I want to say here is that I think you guys have been through some toxic relationships. Looking at that devil energy, I'm going to say that you guys have had some issues in the past, perhaps in terms of relationships. And I feel like, you know, either it's been toxic situations, people that, you know, have not appreciated you, people that maybe, you know, have deceived you in some way, you know, their energy has just not been on the same vibration as you. I feel like basically you guys have been settling for a lot less than what you deserve in terms of relationships. And, you know, with the Four of Pentacles there, I want to say that it's something perhaps that you've been hanging on tightly to. I think there's been, I'm getting the sense of you guys perhaps feeling like, I don't necessarily want to say stuck. I feel, because I feel it was more, I feel like you guys, for some of you, you would have been aware of this situation, that perhaps the relationships you've been in have not been serving you. But it's that thing of, regardless of knowing that, sometimes we can know these things and we can be aware that something isn't right for us. But because we've gotten comfortable with it, because it's something that we know, as opposed to the unknown, we can get into the thinking that, we've got to keep this around, or we want to keep this around because it's, again, the known, right? And it's something that's become comfortable. Now, comfort doesn't always necessarily mean, oftentimes when we think of comfort, we do think of positive things like comfort food, food that, our grandmothers or mothers, used to make when we were kids and things like that. Or we think of our cozy little spots at home that we like to, go to after a hard day, things like that. And that's comforting. But comfort, essentially is something that we're familiar with. And so, once we start familiarizing ourselves with something and we start to sort of make it more the norm, and a part of our everyday lives, it becomes harder to release and let go of. So I feel like you guys have been in this energy of hanging on to things that have not been serving you, regardless whether you knew or not that they were not serving you. I feel like I said, some of you guys have been aware of that. But it's that situation of, if I let go of these coins, because we're talking about the Four of Pentacles, right? If I let go of this stability, in a sense, and I say that because, sometimes we do get into connections, relationships, and they may seem secure on the surface, in the sense of, we're not alone, right? For one. And it may offer us other things like, a home, for instance, or maybe the person that we're with has a very stable job or something like that. And so the two incomes together, make you feel like you've got that financial security, all those kinds of things. But we overlook a lot of the finer details, and sometimes do end up settling for less than we deserve, because we're afraid, what happens if we actually dare to sort of go for something that we deserve, right? So with this Tower energy, now I take the Tower, and I mention this so many times in my readings, but I continuously feel, the need to clarify this, is that, I see the Tower and the Death, even though Death, yes, has other meanings as well, but I see them in a similar light sometimes, in terms of death being an ending, right? Because the Tower, of course, gives us an ending, but in a more chaotic way. And the difference that I see between the Death and the Tower is, the Death is more, we have made a choice to put an end to something. Whereas the Tower energy is more universal. It's more the universe sort of acting for us, because we've been maybe scared to make a choice, or we've waited too long to make a decision on something, and so the universe comes in and sees, okay, this isn't working for you, and we're going to remove it. And of course, in the sense of the card, the Tower, of course, you've got this tower in the traditional Rider-Waite that is burning down to the ground, and basically a demolished tower. So whatever you've built up is coming down. But what it's allowing you to do, of course, is to rebuild, right? So when the universe sees that something is not working for us, in this case, in terms of relationships, things can come crashing down, but for our own good. And I feel like that has happened to you guys recently, or it is happening currently for you guys. And I don't feel so much like it's future energy. I feel like it's current, or at least recent energy for most of you. And I feel like it was, due to this Four of Pentacles of you guys sort of being in your comfort zone and being afraid to step out of that and really go for what you truly deserve in terms of relationships. And being that we do have the Hierophant, it is clarified by the Page of Pentacles, and I'll get into that. But this could have been a marriage for some of you. We do have the Four of Wands there as well, perhaps. This is some kind of a divorce that you've gone through, some kind of separation of a more long-term, permanent relationship, because of course not everybody, everybody believes in marriage, or everybody, gets married, right? Some people don't feel the need, so they just, it's just a long-term relationship in general, So that can be a case for some of you. But what I'm seeing here, we've got the Hierophant clarified by the Page of Pentacles. So pages are all about new as well. I kind of take them, they are a lot like the aces, right, in the deck. And, this is like at the planning stages. This is the, thinking about, this is the dreaming stage, kind of almost. It's the idea stage, right? If anyone knows the movie The Castle, if you are an Australian, if you've seen that movie, it's like the ideas man, right? So for some of you, I feel like, because of course this is a general audience, this is you guys daring to dream. This is you guys finally realizing, once this Tower moment has happened, that, okay, now I need to change my perspective on relationships, right? With some time out, I feel like perhaps there's been a bit of a time out, and you've been able to see what you truly deserve. Or at least, if you've known what you really deserve, you're now making that decision to go for that. There's an air of really showing yourself some compassion, some self-love here, in order to move into the next phase. And so I feel like this is, mainly this is the lesson that's been learned here, that you deserve more than what you've been settling for. And I think, it's interesting too, because we do have the Page and then we have the Queen. And of course, in between these suits is the Knight. So I feel like, it's almost showing me that energy here of settling for the Page when really you deserve the Queen. Do you know what I mean? And so it's kind of that energy. And I think you guys are realizing that now and going, no, I really have been settling for less than, what I deserve. And it can be hard with this Devil energy here. We can get stuck in these kinds of relationships. It depends who you're dealing with. I know that it can be really hard when you're dealing with people who play all kinds of mind games and things like that. But the thing to remember about this Devil card too is that, again, going back to the Rider-Waite, if you do know it, you've got two people that are, chained up, but the chain around their necks is very loose, and they can actually move themselves from this situation. They have the power in actual fact, to take themselves out of this situation, out of this energy. And that's what you guys have been realizing. And having the Fool above that, and so that being the clarifier, you know, you guys are realizing now that, you know, yes, I have the ability to remove these chains. I can take a leap of faith now. I can take, I'm ready to take a step onto the next part of my journey. So this lesson that we're going through here is this relationship healing with the Morganite. You guys have been spending some time, or are currently spending some time on your own, you know, thinking about perhaps, you know, the choices you've made in the past, and, you know, where, again, you would like to head in terms of relationships in the future. And I mean, look, you know, for some of you too, this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship scenario. This could be generally in terms of the kinds of people that you let into your life, right? So this could be friends, this could be family as well, this could be platonic, sorry guys, relationships. But with the Hierophant, you know, and, you know, the Hierophant can signify, you know, mentoring as well, right? Sort of like schooling, study, but like a mentor. And I kind of feel like there's possibly two scenarios here. I kind of feel like you guys are sort of being your own mentor right now, or have been supporting yourself, right? Again, that self-love, and saying to yourself, talking yourself up, and you know, using those positive affirmations and things like that, you know, to get yourself in that right frame of mind and that thinking to get to this Four of Wands energy, right? This stability that you wanted, this Queen of Cups energy, or any high suit for that matter, the Queen or the King, right? Because again, we're not really gender specific here. But with the Queen of Cups, you know, she's someone who is very motherly, nurturing, yes, but she's, you know, obviously, you know, being the Cups, she's tapped into her emotions and her divine feminine, right? I mean, so this can also just relate to somebody who's highly, you know, tapped into their divine feminine. And so I feel more this is you coming into this Queen of Cups energy, but I still feel like at the same time, whilst you're in this period of almost transformation, transition, that, you know, you also realize that you're looking for something very similar to this Queen of Cups energy in someone else. You're finally realizing that you want somebody who's on the same level as you, not somebody below your level, not somebody, again, not another toxic scenario, not another person who is not good for your energy, who doesn't keep you elevated, keep you energetically continuing to level up. You know what I mean? There's some people that, you know, I've been in, not to make this about me, but I have been in relationships a lot where there's people, and these aren't all, you know, romantic or anything, this is just any kind of relationship I've been in a lot, where there are low vibrational people who really don't want you to vibrate any higher than they are right now. They want to keep you on their level. They want to, if you're higher than they are, they want to bring you down to their level. And if they you know, feel like you're around their level in some way, they want to keep you there. Regardless, they want to keep you at their level. They don't want you ascending. They don't want you doing anything better than them, or getting, you know, a higher understanding. They don't want you, you know, having a glow up or feeling really good about yourself or anything like that. They want to keep you in this low vibrational energy. And the people that are good for us, the people that, you know, we should be with, are the people that want to see us elevate, that want to see us level up and be the best version of ourselves. And they support us in that, and they guide us, you know, they motivate us to be the best version of ourselves. And they're genuinely happy for us when we, you know, have, you know, great achievements in life, and when we find, you know, new inspirations, new passions. You know, it's even something like just getting a job that we've always wanted, and they're so happy for us, right? These are the kinds of people that we want in our lives, not the people that are pulling us down, not the people that are going to come in with jealousy or have big egos or anything like that. And this is the energy that you guys are moving on from, that you guys have been spending time, and like I said, for some of you too, are currently spending time healing from. But you guys are going to get into this Four of Wands energy. This Four of Wands energy is coming in. Stability is coming in for you. Now, just so we go through all the scenarios, of course I do have to do that. This can be a situation here, perhaps, where there is a Page of Pentacles in your energy field, or coming into this energy field. That could help you to see like a lesson for you guys, a literal spiritual lesson here, because it's underneath the Hierophant. What it is you truly deserve. This could be a person that you've dealt with as well. This could be the toxic person that you've dealt with, that was sent to you to give you this lesson, right? So maybe not so much a mentor in that sense, but perhaps even a karmic, right? For some of you. But I also feel like this is an example of where you've been and the energy that you were putting yourself in. Not saying this was you, because I feel like this Queen of Cups energy is you, right? But I feel like you were putting yourself in that Page of Pentacles energy and saying, this is me, this is what I can get, right? Staying in that Four of Pentacles. This is all I'll get. You know, I'll never get to the Six of Pentacles. I'll never get to the Seven. I'll never have the Eight. I'll never have the Nine, right? And I'll never have the 10. That almost talking yourself down a lot, you know, that kind of Eight of Swords energy. We have your hard work is paying off. So I do feel like this is in relation to the healing. So the healing that you guys have been doing, this is paying off, and this is making way again, right? Because of that Tower energy, for you to start something new, to build up again from the ground up. And this is going to be something new, something more stable, what you're moving towards in the future with that full energy again, you know, finally ready to take that leap of faith, because we do have the card here as well, be bold and make the first move. So I think you guys are ready to step into the new. You're realizing now what you truly deserve, and you're ready to step into new relationships. You're ready to take that next step after this period of healing. And yeah, we do have the healer card as well. I mean, that could just generally be your guys' energy as well. Maybe you guys resonate with being healers or having that kind of energy. This could also relate to the Hierophant as well. If there is a mentor or somebody coming in that is teaching you this lesson, or helping you to see more of your truth, and showing you that you deserve more, or you know, this could even be someone just coming in with some words of wisdom, right? But it's that healing energy that's going to help you to take that next step, to make that transformation into this Queen of Cups, right? And, you know, all the Queen suits, the King suits, you know, these guys, they've leveled up, they've matured, they know what they want, you know, they stand strong in themselves. Again, like the four walls, right? It's making me think of Spirit's showing me what is the name of that? What is the name of it? Is it the Three Little Pigs? It is the Three Little Pigs, isn't it? Where you've got the wolf and he says, you know, I'm going to huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. And, you know, I sorry guys, I really can't remember this. It's been so long since I've actually heard this. One house was hay, I think, wasn't it? So that got blown down pretty quickly. One was it wood? I think that got blown down too. But it was the final one that was made of brick, wasn't it? I think that was still standing, and even despite the wolf huffing and puffing. So it's kind of like that scenario in a sense. You've gone through these lessons where it's like, okay, that didn't work, that relationship didn't work, and you've sort of maybe even been wondering to yourself, like, why do these relationships keep failing? Why do I keep getting into these scenarios with these toxic people, this negative energy? And because, you know, you've been hanging on so tightly to these things, the universe has come in and said, no, we're intervening now. I'm intervening. And, you know, it's paving a way for you to start anew. But what's great about it is that you have learnt that lesson. You are learning that lesson right now. You are realizing your worth and moving forward into more stability for yourself, understanding that you are that Queen of Cups, understanding that you deserve a Queen of Cups, or, you know, a higher suit, right? Again, it's not gender specific. Somebody mature, somebody who is going to support you, somebody who, you know, loves you for you, somebody who can offer you that stability, who is not going to turn their back on you, who is not going to, you know, do anything like lies and deceit and, you know, again, that negative energy. No one is going to push you down. I'm seeing Spirit showing me someone being held underwater. And I suppose that works with the cups energy being a water sign, right? So you could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And we do have Capricorn here as well. So there's obviously Earth in this reading as well with the Pentacles. So Taurus, Virgo as well. But I feel like you guys really, you are realizing your worth. And I just had to pause because I just think that a moment was needed for you guys to really hear that. And maybe you've had that understanding now, and you know this is the process you've been going through. These are the lessons you've been learning or are learning. But that really needed to sink in. You are realizing your worth. You deserve more than what you've been settling for. Whew. I hope this reading was really helpful to you guys. I hope you enjoyed this whole Harry Potter aesthetic. I really had so much fun making it. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed my channel. I would really appreciate it, guys. And take care. I will see you on the next reading. Bye. Reveal your secrets. Hey there, my pile threes. You guys are the Slytherins. So, your question is, which I know you would have seen from opening your luggage and revealing your question, is where are your ambitions currently leading you? Where are they taking you right now? So, we have in your tarot, now I did say with the Ravenclaw pile that they got extra cards, and you guys did as well. That's just how it worked out, basically. So, in your tarot, we have the Seven of Wands, the Chariot, the Three of Coins, the Sun. We have Chameleon with Change, number 33, breaking down to a 6. We have Work with Beaver, with the number 27, breaking down to a 9. And we have 3 cards, making magic cards here. And I absolutely love this because it's Harry Potter themed. You guys got the Philosopher's Stone. Yay! So cool. So this one says, powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. We'll get back into that message. You got the festival, creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. And then at the bottom of the deck, I kept this one out as well. We got the Trinket 5, manifesting money and income. Now, I did get clarifiers for your tarot, so we'll get started into the tarot now, and we'll go through the clarifiers as well. So, I think it's pretty obvious to me, guys, that this is in relation to career and finances for you. And of course, we are talking about where your ambitions are leading you. So these are work-oriented goals, and, you know, finance, you know, stability kind of goals, yeah? So, I'm going to start off here with the Seven of Wands. Actually, no, I'm going to start off with the Three of Coins. We'll start off with the Three of Coins. So your ambitions right now that sounded a bit strange, maybe work focused, and you may be having a headstrong focus on the coin right now and a more stable life for yourself. And of course, with the Three of Coins, you know, this is talking about, you know, rebuilding it. I take this Three of Coins kind of, to me, sometimes is almost like that after Tower moment. And I know it's not a major arcana card, but it's kind of like that, building something, a foundation, right? Building something strong. And the Three of Coins also talks about collaboration as well. Partnerships, working with others, teamwork. So sometimes this can be a situation where perhaps more than one person is needed to fulfill something. So any of your ambitions, your dreams, your goals right now may be something that requires you to work with others in order to get it going, to have it working the way that you want. You know, for instance, example would be, say you really want to start a business. Maybe you want to start a physical shop selling things that interest you, right? Whatever they may be. Now, you're very into what you're selling and you're very interested in that part of it, and you know how you want the shop to look, you know how you want your logo to be, you know what you want to sell. You just don't know the business side of things. You don't know about the finances. You don't know about, you know, even the legalities of actually starting up a physical shop. And what licenses and all those other things, you know, are needed. And so, you know, business registries and all that kind of stuff. So you need someone else maybe to fill in that part that can offer that guidance, can offer that expertise, right, in order to help you get it going. And maybe they know all about that, but they don't know anything about, the creative side of things that you're into, or they don't know much maybe even about what's being sold. But, together you guys actually make a really great team. Right. And being that the Three of Pentacles just can be more than, one person. So this can be, 3-4 people, just a team of people. But, so this can be you working with others. And it's great too, because this allows us to learn off of other people as well, and gain, new skills and new abilities as well. And sort of like bounce knowledge and ideas and wisdom and stuff off each other. So being that this is the 3, the Ace is about the idea stage, right? And now you're into the doing stage, right? Some of this planning has already happened. So this is where you're being led to now. So I feel like your ambitions, you've been at that idea stage, and now you're being led to this 3 of Pentacles stage, 3 of Coins, where now is the time to actually start taking action. And it's great because you have that clarified here by the 8 of Wands. So this is fast movement. This is things really starting to take off and move ahead. And I feel like you're able to do that with perhaps the help of others. So if you haven't considered that, for whatever this is you're working towards right now, for instance, right, just let me lay out some scenarios. If you guys are thinking about starting a new business or a project, perhaps you may want to consider involving other people that may have more expertise in the areas perhaps that you don't. And for some of you, if this is an energy that you're already currently in, this can just be really too like working really well together with others, working really well with your current teammates, your current co-workers, things like that, yeah? And allowing you to really move forward in terms of work, career, in terms of even finances and stability, yeah? So, and with the 3 of Coins too, again, this is about ensuring that what you're building is going to set you up for life, essentially, right? That it's going to be strong. If we're looking at it as a literal building, which you do see in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, they are building a church, I believe. And so, of course, you want those 4 walls to be strong and sturdy. And so it's really important when you get to this stage to, have those plans in place, to have a good structure and a good sort of, what's the word I want to say? Sort of like a routine's not the word I want to use, but it's sort of like a schedule kind of, so that you're doing things in a timely manner. Ensuring that things are getting done the right way. Yeah. Again, that's probably going to be helped, like I said, by adding others into the mix here. But you're on the right track here, guys. Okay. With whatever this is right now that you guys are working towards, whatever this ambition is, there's a sense of it allowing you to finally start building something stable for yourself and to really be able to move forward with this. Now, we do have the Chariot here with the 2 of Swords confirming it. So, I mean, the Chariot talks about determination. It talks about it's goal orientated. It's heading towards your goals, heading towards the things that you want. It can mean literal travel as well. That may be something there for some of you. But also with the Chariot, you know, we've got the Sphinxes, of course, in the Rider-Waite, but here we have two horses and they're being pulled, or they're heading off in two different directions. And I'm sure you can imagine what's going to happen to the cart if these horses try and go off in separate directions, right? So I feel like, you know, this can, to me, this means sometimes too that, you know, you're being pulled in different directions, perhaps sometimes it's by outer sources, but here with this Two of Swords, this kind of tells me it's more your energy. So it's perhaps indecision. So I think sometimes, you know, we know what we want to do, but there's a bit of fear in taking the next steps, even though we know what the next steps are. So maybe there's a setback, not a setback, but there's a pause for you guys stepping into this Three of Coins energy, because there's a fear of change. Even perhaps we have the change card here. And of course on the Trinket 5, where 555 is change. 5 is change, right? So there may be a fear in really getting this started. And that can happen sometimes too. You know, we come up with an idea for something and we think in our heads, like, this is really great. We feel it in our hearts and we say, this is something that's going to work. If this is a new project for you guys, if you relate to that. And we go, this is going to be really great. And we get really excited about it. But then when it comes time to actually take the action, fear sets in sometimes, right? And when that does, that's when confusion comes. And again, you get this kind of Chariot energy with the horses being pulled in different directions. And do I go this way? Do I go this way? You know, do I do this? Do I do that? But again, this comes back to that planning stage, right? Of having it all mapped out right before you get into this Three of Coins. And you can look at that in the sense of like, you know, I did talk about how on the traditional Rider-Waite, they're building a church. And so you can look at that as you're actually building a physical building, right? So what happens first? You know, you need an architect, right? To draw up blueprints and plans as to how this house is going to look. And then, you know, you do the surveillance of the land and all that sort of stuff, and you get the contractors involved and all that kind of stuff. And then you start the building process. And what happens first is the foundation of the house, the laying of the main foundations, the concrete, so on and so forth, right? You get the picture. But there's a lot of stages, right, in doing this. And sometimes it's sort of that situation where we do fear sort of taking that first step, even though we may know what it is. Or we may not know what it is and we're going, okay, really, what is the first step? But again, I'm going to go back to saying with that Three of Coins, with other people here in the mix, I feel like that can help also, because you can all sort of converse and come up with something that is going to, you know, work out, right? Now, I do want to say something. There is a side thing to that because I want to come back to that Seven of Wands, but we'll get there in a minute. So again, this Two of Swords energy, this is about making a decision. So I feel like there is a decision that needs to be made in order for you guys to start this Three of Coins energy, which is taking you into the 8, right? Which is going to move you forward with this project, this work scenario, whatever this is for you, right? This stability, this coin. And this can also be, Two of Swords can mean indecision as well. In the Rider-Waite, you know, she's got the blindfold on, and that to me just speaks of indecision, not wanting to make a choice, but in fact actually being indecisive about something, or deciding not to make a choice is actually making a choice. You know what I mean? But I feel like this could be your energy right now. So perhaps you're the one that's pulling yourself in different directions. However, we do have the Seven of Wands here as well. And the Seven of Wands can be about, I mean, this is kind of like this can be competition, but it can be people too. There's a bit of jealousy in here, a bit of people that don't really want to see you succeed. They see that you've got a great plan, or that you're heading towards something really great, and you know they don't want to see you succeed. And so this can be people that are literally giving you a bit of competition in terms of heading towards this goal, your ambitions. But, you know, and also too, this can be, you know, people that have a lot to say. I mean, it's not a swords card, of course, but I want to say it like that, as in this can be some people as well that want to have a say about what it is that you're doing. And, you know, maybe that is putting you in this Two of Swords energy as well, of indecision, because it's like, well, now what do I do? But of course, we are talking about the Seven of Wands. So Wands is action, right? And so, you know, I do feel like this is some kind of perhaps even physical challenge or obstacle that you may be coming across in terms of like a literal competition to you or to your idea, or people that just literally, like I said, are wanting to sort of stop you in your tracks a bit, trip you up is what I want to say. It's kind of like someone laying a rope down or putting that banana peel down, right? And, you know, they want to see you slip up. But if you take and harness that energy of the Chariot, of, you know, that determination of heading towards those goals and staying focused on that goal, on your ambitions, right? Then you're not going to be pulled off track. You're not going to go off the cart. You're not going to go off the rails. Sorry, is what I wanted to say. That Seven of Wands energy is not going to affect you. And with this full energy here, that is clarifying the Seven of Wands, you know, this is you taking that leap of faith, jumping in despite this energy, right? This, I feel like, is only fueling you, bringing in like an eight of Wands energy that we have here, to go even further with this, or to even push forward and to really make something of this. It's driving you, I feel like, more than it is hindering you. And, you know, we do have here the Philosopher's Stone, powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. So I feel like, I think Spirit is really backing you up right now. The universe is really backing you up on this idea, on, you know, your ambitions in general. But also you're backing yourself up. Because with the Seven of Wands as well, this can be about standing your ground. This can be about sticking up for yourself and what you believe in. So I feel like, you know, again, this is you going, I don't care what competition's out there. I don't care that you want to see me fail. I don't care that you want to try trip me up. Go ahead, do it. Because you know what? I'm taking this leap of faith. I'm jumping in. And even with the Fool here, you can see on this card how he's positioned. You know, he's got, I don't know what they call that. Is it, it's not a rucksack, is it? What do they call the it's not a backpack either. You know what I mean, with where he's got all his belongings tied up in the cloth, and it's tied to the stick. Now in the Rider-Waite, of course, he's got it hanging over his shoulder, but here he's leaning on it. He's using it as support for himself. So again, this is like, and it's got that energy there that really resonates with that, or reflects that Seven of Wands energy, where he's like standing his ground. He's like, I'm standing strong on this, right? And I say he, but of course not gender specific, right? But standing strong. And even with this Three of Coins energy, if there are multiple people or who are involved in this already at this stage, I'm kind of seeing that as like the dog energy here, with that loyalty, that people backing you up and saying, no, we're here, we're standing beside you with this idea, but also the universe too, right? Again, harnessing that universal energy. So again, with this change, now the thing about chameleons is that they adapt, right? They can change the color of their skin to wherever they're at that, wherever they're hiding, wherever they're laying, sitting, they will change color. And that's about, adapting to your scenario, adapting to different situations, about being open to change. And I feel like you guys are with this full energy, right? Changes are going to be happening, but you're embracing that. Right now, you may feel like you're in this Two of Swords energy of indecision, of being pulled in different directions. But trust me, this is changing, right? You're harnessing this full energy. You're tossing the haters aside. You're tossing anyone that wants to throw you off course aside. And it's like you've got your eyes on the target and you're just heading straight for that goal. Which is great, because that's what the universe wants you to do. That's what your spirit guides want you to do. So we have the Sun card here, and we have the Justice card. So the Sun, of course, I think this goes very well with this Festival card. This is about happiness. This is about, and this can relate to like inner child stuff as well. So I feel like, this is you, this project or what you're working on right now, what you're heading towards, could be very fulfilling for your inner child, but it's just going to make you generally really happy. The sun's coming out. This is a reason to celebrate, thus having the festival. So it creates an energetic blueprint. And again, blueprint, right? What I was talking about, I didn't even notice that, right? You're creating this blueprint for your future, right? These ambitions that you've had. And now you're in this stage of actually making this happen. This is what it's leading you to. You've got that blueprint, right? Just like the architect, you've got the plans, and now you're at the building stage. This is leading you to the building stage. Leading you to your happiness, to your sun. Again, this is work related with this beaver card here. And what do beavers do? They work really, really hard, right? So this may require a lot of effort on your part, a lot of physical effort too, perhaps, because beavers, they build dams and things like that. They work really hard, right? But again, this may be required of you for the next steps. But I feel that determination in you. I feel you, like I said, you've got your eyes on the prize. And I feel like this is bringing, with this Justice card too, this is going to bring you more balance. This is going to right the wrongs, I feel like. So if there was any scenarios in your life where you felt unstable, where you felt like, things weren't going well for you, maybe you've had a situation of lack of stability, a lack of finances, because again, we have the Trinket 5, which says manifesting money and income, right? Whatever this is, it's going to allow you to be more financially stable, as well as the literal stability, right? The material stuff. It's going to be that money, that financial support as well. With this Justice card here. For some of you, just to say, this could be something to do with the legal field. But whatever this is, and this could be maybe you needing some lawyers too. Maybe lawyers need to be involved here with this Three of Coins. Not in a negative sense, of course, but like I said, maybe you need help with the legal side of things to get this moving. But in general, I feel like this is the justice after perhaps an injustice, which is giving you this sun energy. So perhaps, if you have had these haters, if you have been maybe thrown off course in the past, this is not happening this time. You're heading towards your goals. This is happening for you guys. This change, you're embracing it. You're manifesting your goals and wishes, your ambitions. This is the next stages now, turning this into reality for yourself. Wow. Thank you very much, guys. This was your reading. I really hope this resonated. And I hope that you enjoyed this fun theme today, because I had a ton of fun making it. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my channel, my energy, and if you enjoyed this reading today, also leave a comment down in the comment box with a little snake if you did choose the Slytherin pile. I will see you guys on the next reading. Take care. Blessed be. Bye. Reveal your secrets. Hello, my pile fours, my Hufflepuffs. Final pile of the day, last but not least. Alright guys, so yay, my fellow Hufflepuffs, I am a Hufflepuff, and if you've joined this pile, hopefully your intuition led you here if you knew you were a Hufflepuff too. If not, it just means that the message in this reading is what you're meant to hear, so thanks for joining me. Let's get into the reading. So you would have known from opening your suitcase that the question we're asking is, what seeds are you planting in your life right now? Okay, what's happening? What are you starting for growth in the future? That kind of thing. We have some tarot here for you, of course, and oracle as well. So let's get into your tarot cards. So we've got the Five of Pentacles, we've got the Death card, we've got the Six of Cups, and we have the Page of Swords. I have clarifiers for these as well. I started off with one of the piles and I was needing clarifiers for them. And I did say that, you know, I'd given them more cards than everybody else. But as I've gone on, I've ended up getting the same amount of cards. So everybody's got the same cards. But so there are clarifiers. Now in your oracle, we have Compassion with Port Wine Magnolia. And we have Creation with Night Blooming Daylily. Now for your Secret Garden cards, we have Dream, have a cup of tea in the garden and find yourself in a good book. We have Generosity, sow seeds of kindness. We're talking about the seeds. And Opportunity. There's no use looking for luck. It arrives at unexpected times. So, let's get into this, guys. So what seeds are you planting right now? From what I see here, this is a time of transformation for you guys with this Death card, so I want to start with that. And I feel like you're transforming from a situation of lack with this Five of Pentacles. So with the well clarifying the Five of Pentacles, there's a cycle that's coming to a close here. There's a completion here. You're coming to the end of something. Something has come full circle, right? So if we look at this world, how the world always turns, right? And we think of it as the wheel, like the wheel card, what is up will come down and what is down will come up. So this situation of lack, if you guys are resonating with this, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you don't have maybe everything that you need, maybe there's a lack of stability, the lack of security, right? A lack of literal coins, so maybe a lack of finances, whatever this was for you in the material sense, because that's mainly what we're talking about when we say pentacles, right? This is coming to a close, but like I said with the wheel, you know, you're changing this. So if you were at the bottom of the wheel, you're coming up, you're planting these seeds to put yourself back up at the top of this wheel. This is where this transformation is coming in. Now, we have the Death card clarified by the Four of Swords. So I feel like there might have been a bit of a pause here. This could be part of that transformational energy. Maybe you took some time out. to do this transformation, or you will be taking time out, because we're talking about what you're planting. So if you are currently in this Five of Pentacles energy, know that this is going to change, okay? There is an air of change here. Again, think about how the world is always turning. Think about that wheel. But you're definitely putting an ending to something that, you know, wasn't working for you, that's not making you happy, right? There's an ending coming to something. But like I said, with this Four of Swords energy, I feel like there's some time out, there's some rest that you've been taking, needed rest, I'm hearing. Just separating yourself, I think, from this scenario. Sometimes when we remove ourselves, sometimes when we're thinking about something, and if we're too focused on a solution, or we're too focused on the problem, right, we're unable to see, the solution. So it's like sometimes we need to stand back a bit, or we need to pull back from something, or take a bit of time out in order to see things in a different way, in order to regather our thoughts and things like that, and sort of see things a bit more clearly. So I feel like this is energy that you're either in right now, or that's coming up for you, that you guys are going to be in. And this can be a little bit, I'm hearing too, a bit of a time of reflection as well, right? And I think that works really well, this Four of Swords energy with this dream card here. So have a cup of tea in the garden and find yourself in a good book. So I feel like you guys are taking some necessary time out for yourself, just to regather, recoup, right, to move on to the next phase. And this is this transformational energy, this endings coming in for you, right? We do have the Six of Cups here. That's clarified by the Eight of Wands. So because it's clarified by the Eight of Wands, I'm not going to say that this is I mean, what I'm feeling here is that I think you guys are moving on from the past. I think there is definite energy here of moving on from what wasn't working, what wasn't serving you, right? And leaving the past where it lies, leaving it behind, being able to move forward. But what I also want to say too, for some of you, so there could be a dual meaning here. The Six of Cups is about reconnecting with your inner child, finding that happiness again. And I talked about this in a previous pile, so you may have come from that pile. This is about reconnecting with, you know, happiness and joy, right? And I feel like with this Five of Pentacles, and I want to say too, because the Well card is here, right? You may have felt shut off from the world, or the world shut you out. So you may have felt like there was multiple scenarios or people that shut you out from things that maybe, I mean, this could be in several different ways. Maybe you lost a job. Maybe you lost housing or something. Maybe people were literally shutting doors in your face. You know, this could be a ton of different things, but maybe it just felt like the world was kind of working against you. But like I said, you're closing out this cycle now. But what you're offering yourself to during this Four of Swords energy, with this dream card, this death, this transformation, is compassion for yourself. Love and compassion. So you're tending to yourself. You're tending, I want to say, to your garden, right? And it says here too, generosity, sow seeds of kindness. I feel like you're doing that to yourself, right? You're showing generosity, a bit of generosity to yourself, a bit of kindness to yourself. But also, with this Well card, for some of you too, it is an outpour of generosity. It is an outpour of compassion towards other people. perhaps even too, the world is being a bit more kinder to you now. Again, like I said, that wheel is switching, right? It's flipping. So perhaps where you felt you were thrown out in the cold by certain people or by certain situations, now those doors are opening again. Not those exact same doors, of course, but new doors, right? We have the card of opportunity here as well. So there's no use looking for luck. It arrives at unexpected times. And I feel like this has got to do a little bit too with time, in the sense of not worrying about time. I kind of like that card almost speaks to me of, I want to say divine timing, even though it says unexpected times. I want to say divine timing, sort of. So maybe there's a bit of a plan at play here in the background that you're not aware of. But, and again, we're talking about the seeds that you're planting, right? So this could be on your part as well, that you're creating this energy, this shift in energy, right? But with the Page of Swords, this works with the Page of Swords here, because pages are about planning for new things, right? This is like you've had this new idea, or you've got an idea, there's something that you want to work towards, and you're in that planning stages. This is like fresh, new energy, right, that's coming in. And that works well here with the creation cards. There's something I feel like you guys are wanting to start, create, you know, and that can be in terms of anything. It doesn't have to be something necessarily tangible. It's just maybe creating more positive energy in your life, creating more happiness, creating, you know, again, I'm hearing fun and playfulness with the Six of Cups energy, right? Remembering what you feel like when you're a child, that innocence, that fun, that careless sort of energy. You're creating this, I feel, for yourself. You're growing, you're planting these seeds and watering them, tending to this garden and letting it grow. You're allowing yourself to blossom. But I feel like, again, you know, this is things shifting for you. So there's no use looking for luck. It arrives at unexpected times. But things are shifting for you. You know, and it kind of makes me think of, and I know that, because we are talking about Harry Potter, of course. So what would be a Harry Potter reading without me quoting some Harry Potter? But if we remember the liquid luck, right, in Harry Potter, and how Harry takes it, and then all of a sudden he's like, I'm going to head down to Hagrid's, and, you know, Hermione steps in and she's like, no, this isn't the plan, and, you know, but he says, oh yeah, I know, but I've just got a really good feeling about heading down to Hagrid's. Now, I know that, yes, that was brought on by the liquid luck, but it was just that thing of, you know, well, this is going against the plan, this is not what we've planned. And then, of course, as he walks down on his way to Hagrid's, he ends up seeing Professor Slughorn, which is, of course, initially what the plan was. He was meant to go see Slughorn. So, you know, and that just unexpectedly happened. And yes, like I said, you can say that was because of the liquid luck, but, you know, it's that thing of, you know, sometimes things just happen. And I feel like, you know, there's some kind of opportunity that is going to be presented to you guys. It's going to come through to you guys. And, you know, this is going to bring some happiness, some joy to you. It's just making me think, it's just making me think in my head about the funny lines in that scene that, you know, Harry says, like, you know, the, by all means, come along, sir. I always love that part. It's so funny. But anyways, so we have the Page of Swords, which is clarified here by the Knight of Pentacles. So, you know, Knights are about like taking action. And I feel like, you know, this is you acting on this idea. So we have the planning stages, and then we have the action stage. So this is really, you know, a step-by-step process for you guys, because we have, you know, the change and the transformation happening here from something that's ended, closing out of a cycle, an environment, a situation, right? And then there's that, you know, period in transition where we're showing ourselves some self-love, compassion, right? We're being kind to ourselves. And then we're daring to dream. We're focusing on what's next. That's where the planning stages comes in, you know, and then of course there's the action stage. So I feel like you guys really have this kind of mapped out in a way, the way that your cards are laid out here. So really, I mean, you know, this is all laid out almost like an ABC, which is really great because, you know, you guys can really see the path ahead. And so things are changing. So if you're not happy with your situation right now, things are changing. And of course, we are talking about what you are planting. So this is you making these changes in your life, which is really great because, you know, from someone who's been through quite a few death moments, but also tower moments, and the difference between the two of when, you know, the universe decides that they're going to come in and make things happen for you and put the endings in place, can be a lot more chaotic and feel a lot more difficult to go through than something that you've chosen to end yourself, which is where I see the death card, right? So, you know, I feel like this is you putting this in place. But also, you know, we do have that little element of divine timing or some kind of background work here from the universe with, you know, the opportunity and the world card of that closing out of the cycle. And like I said, that wheel energy, right, of the wheel turning around. And I do feel like with that new energy, that burst of new energy coming in, like I said, what you're creating here is, you know, not only I feel like allowing for you to be generous with others and that give and take, equal give and take, right? But also too, you know, perhaps I think you're going to see some generosity in others and in situations coming forward that perhaps you, you know, didn't have before. And so I really think there is going to be this big shift, and you're going to energetically feel that shift beginning to happen, and you're going to know when these things are going to start to take off. And like I said, you're the one that's planting the seeds here. So you guys are the ones that are, you know, putting in this work. You just have to remember too, of course, it's not about just putting the seeds in and then walking away, right? These seeds need to be tended to. So they need watering, you know, fertilizer, all those kinds of things, right, in order to get this plant to grow. So in order for these things to happen, you know, you need to keep up with it, you need to keep on with it. And again, it's showing that love and compassion to yourself whilst you're going through this transformative period, and being kind to yourself. And again, to your inner child, I feel like as well, or your inner child is just going to be like more at the forefront. And so that's going to give you that energy of, you know, being kind to yourself. And I'm hearing sort of, what's the word I'm after? I'm hearing sort of like giving you a break. So I feel like maybe some of you have been putting a lot of pressure on yourselves, perhaps for the situation you've been in, or for what's happened in the past, with that Six of Cups maybe as well playing a part in the past. And you've been really hard on yourselves. But now, you know, you're changing that a little bit, and there's a lighter energy, much lighter energy coming through. So, and that's really going to help you with, like I said, this Eight of Wands to move forward, to really start taking off on things. And I'm kind of hearing too, it's almost like I mean, yes, of course you have to tend to the garden, but I do kind of feel like it's not going to be, overnight, of course. But, you're going to really see those stages of change, like how you watch a plant grow. So you'll be able to come back, and every time you water it, every time you nurture it, you see that little bit more progress, right? And that can be a helpful thing for us too, to see that progress and to be in the presence of the progress in that present moment, because it sort of motivates us, right, to keep moving forward and to go on to the next step, and then the next step, and the next step. And I feel like that's encompassing there with that Eight of Wands, with the Page of Swords, moving into that Knight of Pentacles energy, right? And that's really what you're heading towards, I feel like, with this Knight of Pentacles. We come from this Five of Pentacles, this situation of lack, right? But you're moving into wanting more stability for yourself. More opportunities are ahead. You're opening doors, I feel like, or at least you're allowing to see what doors are willing to open for you. Does that make sense? It's kind of like, you're... Now I'm sort of seeing, it's making me think of Spirit showing me Monsters, Inc., where they're standing and they go to work every day and they're standing at the doors waiting for the doors to open, and they go in like several doors a day, trying to scare kids and things like that. But it's like you're standing there now waiting for these doors to open with this change in energy and going, there's the door. Open up, maybe you're knocking on the door even, yourself. So, it's those kinds of things. But there's definite change here for you guys. And I mean, with the Six of Cups too, I just want to say, just because this could be a scenario as well, perhaps there is another opportunity an opportunity presenting itself that may have been present in the past, but it will be on a new energy level. Does that make sense? Sometimes, we try to do things, or we attempt to do something, or we're in a situation and it doesn't play out the way that we thought it would. Or it doesn't work out in some way, or we feel like we failed, or we feel like, there was some kind of unjust situation and it didn't play out. But, oftentimes we can get put, and it's kind of like the Monsters, Inc. thing, right? Where, yes, the doors would open and they go through, but not everyone was successful, right? Like with the Boo, right? Not everything was successful. They didn't always make every kid cry or scream or what they were, supposed to do as monsters, right? And it's that same thing. Just because the door's there and it's open doesn't necessarily mean that when we walk through it, or we try to walk through it, that it's going to be a success. But that doesn't necessarily mean that what we were trying to achieve or what we were hoping for was not for us, just not at that time. So perhaps there's a bit of luck here too with this opportunity coming in for you guys, of something that you tried to do in the past that didn't work out, but now it's going to work out because it's the right timing, because you're in a different energy. The energy is shifted and changed, and not just in yourself, but in this thing that you're attaining to, this opportunity, this new chance at whatever it was that, you may resonate with from the past. That's just another scenario there that I can see. So yeah, that was your reading, guys. I really, really hope that was helpful, my Hufflepuffs. And I will see you guys on the next reading. I hope you enjoyed my Harry Potter theme today. I had a lot of fun making it, so I hope you had fun watching it. If you enjoyed my channel and my energy, please like and subscribe. If you haven't already, I would really appreciate it. If you are returning, thank you so much for being a part of my family. And if this was your pile, leave me a comment down below. Leave me a little plant so I know that you were the Hufflepuff pile. Because I don't think there's a badger in the emojis, but if there is, you can leave a badger as well. So perfect. I will see you guys next time. Take care, blessed be. Bye.